All right, so this is the Concrete Canoe National Competition being held at the University of Illinois. Basically, today you're seeing all the stands, all the displays from all the schools across the nation. We even have Puerto Rico here today, some Canadian schools, a little bit of everybody.
A professor named Clyde Kessler in 1970 challenged his class in the civil engineering department to make a canoe out of concrete. So sort of an unlikely idea that he wanted to challenge the students with, that anything could be done with concrete, and this was one of the more surprising examples. So in 1971, Purdue got wind of what we were doing over here at the University of Illinois, and so they came over for a two-team race that took place in 1971, and over the years it's grown out to the sort of national competition that you're seeing here. There are several different phases to the concrete canoe competition. So today they will be sort of the qualifying aspects. So each of the canoes will be weighed. There'll be what's called a swamp test for each of the canoes, which is basically dunked in water, and they make sure it actually floats, before they put it out on the lake. And then there will be, as we see behind us, there will be displays of each of the team's canoes, the opportunity to explain what they did on all the technical issues to design the canoe, and also you'll see some themes that went into sort of the more fun end of all of this. Tomorrow there will be technical presentations, so the design of these concrete canoes, it's not just about the race. It's about, they're being judged on the quality of the engineering design that went into these canoes. And then on Saturday, out at Homer Lake, there will be the actual races. So student paddlers, not rowers I learned, but paddlers in the canoes actually racing against each other throughout the day on Saturday. So there are 18 or 20 teams that are participating in the Concrete Canoe Nationals here. That's out of hundreds that competed at regional competitions around the country. Each team has 10 members, as well as unofficial members who have helped throughout the process. So we're talking about hundreds of engineering students converging here, at a great engineering school to do this work together, or show off the results of their work together.
There's 3 different races. There's a men's, women's, and then a co-ed. The men's races are, there's 2 men's, 2 women's. There's a short, basically a sprint, which is it's a 200 meter, and then there's the endurance race, which is 500 meters. So it's a pretty long race.
Yeah, we started last September, and it took us 4 months almost to finish the mix design and the structure analysis.
So here at U of I, we actually do a male mold. Basically, ours is made of foam. You've got the mold, and then when it comes to casting day, we place the concrete directly on it by hand. It's all done here at U of I, nothing's sent out. It's all by the students, so.
Well, just think about it this way. What do we make regular canoes out of? We make them out of steel and aluminum. If you had a hunk of steel or a hunk of aluminum, that also wouldn't float. You rely on buoyancy, just like they do for naval ships and everything. But this is actually even specialized concrete to help cut down on the weight, because it is very difficult to get concrete thin. So it's actually, this concrete, even a block of it would float. It's less dense than water.
There isn't a guidebook for this. There's a set of rules that you have to follow in order to qualify and to compete in the competition, but there isn't a recipe for building the canoe, either in terms of the mix that goes into the concrete or in terms of the way it's designed. So that means they're spending a chunk of the year on designing both the way the canoe is going to sit in the water and what it's going to look like and things like that, but also the mix of the concrete that goes into it to make sure they have the best canoe and hopefully win some races.
We choose Roman theme this year because like one of our graduate students, first name was Roman, and it goes very well with our civil engineer identity, because all the great structures and hard work.
We're very happy that we've been able to push this forward and bring it back to what we would like it to be. and actually compete with all these guys. It's just so different. It's not like anything else you can find out there. And because of that, because of how much work we put into making the canoe, we really do bond. And these are going to be my friends for life.